The opening match, I'm not going to really talk about what they did in these matches. I'm talking about what they could have done or why did they do this thing. Will Ospreay versus Buddy Matthews. And we've said before, Buddy Matthews has the size, has the physique, his work physically, the performance of the moves, and etc. His look, they're all great. He's a caveman. He's in a rotten group. He's been booked horribly and has the worst heel name ever. Those are the drawbacks. But you have this match, and Buddy Matthews is in the House of Black with Malachi Black and Brody King. Would you ever see them together? Not that I'm complaining. But he's been presented as a heel pretty much the whole time, except when, for some reason, the House of Black were fighting the other heels, and who knows? Who can remember anything that happened in this company past 3 months ago anyway? Maybe. But here they've got this match. So this jacked up monster in this heel group could beat the shit out of Will Ospreay and have Will Ospreay sell like Ricky Morton, but have him fight from underneath and get the fans behind him and use his babyface athleticism and his tricky, flippy, snazzy moves to foil the strength and power of the bigger guy and triumph possibly by outsmarting him. Or they could do what they did. They could have a match like they're physical equals, do the odd combination of square dancing and gymnastics that all these guys do. Buddy Matthews can pretend to be a luchador. Ospreay can land on his feet from multiple directions for no apparent purpose. You can have no discernible babyface or heel. You can get no heat for the fucking struggle itself, but you can get the fans to just register and pop on the moves. And you can do moves back and forth with no rhyme or reason just because you can do them and have nobody come out of the match better, because since they both did the same shit equally as good, and Buddy looks twice as good physically, they ought to just put Buddy over and pay him the millions of dollars they're paying Ospreay. If it's just moves, right?
I think they were both baby faces, it seemed like here. And that's what this is. And I think that's what you're going to get with Will Ospreay. That'll be the thing that differentiates AEW's top guy or one of their top guys from WWE. It's not about stories, although the fans who love them will tell you it really is the stories. They're really deep. And, he's afraid Fletcher's going to go to his kid's school. That's not a story. That's stupidity. But yeah, it's going to be when you see him against Buddy Matthews, it's not going to be the bigger, more muscular, clearly fit, visually just way more muscular guy than 99% of the people on Earth, let alone Will Ospreay. But with a Will Ospreay match, it's a move for move, spot for spot match.
And Matthews is out there doing the same foolishness and risking he's going to hurt himself. But they both kicked out of a half dozen finishes without seconds later showing ill effects. And then the finish was Matthews is on his knees in the middle of the ring, and Ospreay backed up in the corner and took off his elbow pad and stood there preparing, or squatted there preparing, like he was shitting in the woods. And Matthews looks up at him and stares at him. The camera, the close-up, sees him staring at Ospreay for 10 full seconds before Ospreay takes off and runs and hits him with that shitty-looking little elbow deal, with Matthews not trying in any way to move. Just, oh, shit, this guy's going to run and hit me. Fuck, I wish I could do something about it, but I can't. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Same match every other one of these morons has. Buddy could be a player with a name and a gimmick and a presentation. I don't know why that Ospreay uses that elbow as a finish when it's the 27th most impressive thing he does. And then The condescending promo. He gets the microphone and tells the people, give it up for Buddy Murphy. And he's Buddy Matthews. He forgot his fucking name. And
that's, you know what? That's like one of those minor league things you hate to see happen, because the last thing you want people thinking about is Buddy Murphy.
That's worse than Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews is bad enough. They don't even own that name. So yeah, that's a shitty slip up.
Well, but the point is he forgets his name, and he normally speaks like a kidnapped victim with a tube sock stuck in his mouth. I'm talking about Ospreay, but he's garbling and he's after the match. But his promo was to say how good that Buddy is and that he can win gold too if he works hard. Buddy looks like he should eat this little pissant. And Ospreay is condescending like he's speaking to a fucking monkey. And then Ospreay offers his hand and says, if you ever need someone in your corner, I'm your guy. And the heel that he just beat reaches out and shakes his hand. I'm like, what the fuck? Every other match, the heels get heat afterwards, but here they don't? So Matthews, and if they're trying to turn him babyface, why'd they bring him out and fucking beat him? And then have one of the other baby faces pat him on the head like, good kid, you'll be something someday. Matthews got beat flat, told he can be a champion if he works hard, and then shook the hand and thanked the guy who beat him and told him that. Should he just go away now?
Well, apparently Malachi Black is on the way out. At least that's the presumption. I'll be honest, if I'm WWE, I don't know if I would want him, but I guess they want him. I don't know why. I haven't seen anything that made me think this guy needs more TV time. And maybe him leaving is the key to Buddy and Brody getting new names? No, but getting some more TV time and getting used better, because they don't have Malachi Black holding them down anymore.
How is it using somebody better to bring him out and beat him? And switch him apparently babyface without actually doing it, so nobody knows what the fuck to think?
They've kind of slowly, weirdly been turning Brody King and Buddy babyface for a little while. Buddy's been getting good reactions for a little while. And of course, he lost here in the opening match. But he looked good in there. They both look good in there. And the fans love Ospreay. The problem is you keep starting these shows out with Ospreay. It's hard for anyone else on the show to compete with what he's doing. He's kicking out of everything and doing everything. And then he starts the show.
They actually could have just put Buddy over. Maybe made something out of him there. Like I said, they could pay Buddy Ospreay's money because he's bigger and looks better and can do all the same fucking moves. So, and he can probably talk better, unless he can get that tube sock out of his fucking gullet.
Rob,